When I first started talking about this idea of the why and the golden circle, it had been months since I first articulated it, and through some twist of fate, the Air Force found me. And they invited me to Pentagon to give a briefing. This was 3 years before any TED Talk or any book. It was really right at the beginning of the idea. And it was my first real exposure to the military. You know, Second World War, I think 25% of the American population was in the military, and now it's about 1%, I think. So most people don't know people in the military, so I think it's probably the most misunderstood culture in America. And I was surprised, because I had all the same misconceptions, that everything was command and control and do as I say and all that stuff. And I found a bunch of people who were open-minded and curious and funny, and interested in other views besides their own. And they kept inviting me back. And I met people who cared a lot about other people. And over the years, I have hugged more people in uniform than I've ever hugged in suits. I've cried with more people in uniform than I've ever cried with in suits. You know, most of us, I said before, we have colleagues and coworkers, they have brothers and sisters, and I remember the first time somebody in uniform called me brother. I remember how it felt. I have a deep, deep love for artists and military because I think of them as the exact same human beings. I think artists and military are the same people. They both went into their profession knowing full well that they weren't going to get rich. As one military person I know said, it's his get-rich-slow plan. Both went into it knowing that they'd have to make certain sacrifices to do this. Once there, both realized this is not a job, this is a calling. And in both cases, 100% of the results of their effort will always go to the benefit of someone else. They're the same people, and I'm a sucker for people like that. And so over the years, I've been so grateful. And some of my friends are in the audience who came tonight, who I've had the privilege of learning from and calling friend and calling mentor. Yeah, some of the most remarkable people I've ever met wear a uniform.